Are you having a pot belly, or your stomach is becoming bigger and bigger by the day and you want to reduce it, or you want to make it flat all over again? If your answer to this question is yes, then stick around and watch this video all the way to the end, because I have a very good news for you. In today's episode, I am going to suggest to you or recommend to you a very simple therapy you can follow within three weeks. You are going to flatten your stomach. And the good news about this is that you are not going to drink any medication. You are not going to spend a dime. It is just a normal change of diet. This is Secrets of Health TV. If this happens to be the very first time you are watching us, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel and do not forget to click onto the notification bell icon. Select all so that you get notified when we post our next video. And above all, please kindly like this video. Please like this video. Very, very important. All right, now let's go on. If you have a pot belly, or your stomach is becoming bigger and bigger, and you need to flatten it all over again, there are two things I want you to do. Very, very important. The first thing is that you must avoid taking in too much carbohydrate. You heard me. Avoid taking in too much carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is the main reason why our stomach and our body is bloating out. Because when you eat too much carbohydrate, the carbohydrate is going to be converted into glucose. And when the body uses the glucose as a source of energy, and there is a excess of the glucose, or there is a remaining glucose, the body now turn or convert that glucose into what? Into glycogen. And this glycogen is going to be stored in your liver, and some too will be stored in your muscles, and others too will be stored under your stomach, or wherever there is a space. And one of the biggest, damping sites in human body is around the belly, especially around the abdomen. So the more you are eating glucose, the more you are eating, carbohydrate foods, the more you are what? You are producing glycogen, more fat into your system. So there will be an accumulation of fat all over your body. I hope you understand. So because of this, it is important that you cut off the intake of carbohydrate once and for all, so that you become, free all over again. When you stop taking carbohydrate, what happens is that the body will now burn, or will now use all the excess carbohydrate and convert them into energy. So as you are reducing the carbohydrate, or you are limiting the intake of the carbohydrate, you are giving the body the chance to use the excess carbohydrate or the excess glucose in your system. So as the body is using those glucose, it will be burning the fat. So this one, you don't need to even go to the gym. You don't need to even go to where? To the gym and waste your money. I hope you understand. I know some of you watching me right now, and some of you are planning to hit the gym. Yes, yes, you people are planning to hit the gym and go and throw your money away. But let me tell you, you can go to the gym. If you don't stop eating too much carbohydrate, you are just throwing your money away. Trust me. So just limit the intake of your carbohydrate, and then you are good to go. Someone is going to ask, Doc, if we stop taking carbohydrate, what do we take in place, or what do we replace it? You can replace this with what? You can replace this with proteins. Yes, animal proteins, fish, meat, okay, eggs, tunas, sardines, and so on and so forth. These are the carbohydrates. These are the things the body needs. Because when you start taking too many animal proteins, the body will gradually be what? Be using this, proteins, and be gradually taking its time, preparing its own source of glucose. And because there are so many fat in that protein, like beef and so on and so forth, the body is going to steadily use those fat as source of energy instead of the glucose. You understand? I don't want to prolong my video. I would have, delved further. So cut the intake of carbohydrate and then eat more proteins. I hope you understand. So that is method number one. Method number two, you need to inculcate the culture of intermittent fasting. Intermittent what? Fasting. At least within out of 24 hours, you must fast at least 10 hours. If you really want to, lose belly fat, you must at least fast for at least 10 hours. So for instance, when you eat in the morning, let's say you take your breakfast around, let's say 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. Apart from water, you are not going to eat anything or drink anything apart from water from that 7 a.m. all the way to, let's say, 5 p.m. So at 5 p.m., then you what? You eat your second meal. So eventually, at the end of the day, you have eaten twice in a day. And like I indicated, the food that you are going to eat must also consist of too many proteins instead of carbohydrates. If you are able to do this simple therapies, trust me, you are really going to get the results within 3 weeks, within 1 month. Your belly is going to be, okay. And again, let me also advise you, if your belly is becoming fat, bigger and bigger, please, you must avoid drinking water whilst eating, or drinking water immediately after eating. Some people have this habit: when they are eating, they always drink water, or they always drink some liquid. When you are a fan of that, please stop it. It is not going to help you.